Hi, my name is Dara. Welcome back to Code Cloud and DevOps Ask Me Anything. I got another question and it goes thus. I'm a complete newbie and I'd love to know which cloud engineering or DevOps is more fulfilling and rewarding. I have zero coding skills. Thanks for your question. I think it is highly common to have this kind of question, and there's often a mix of opinion between what cloud is and what DevOps engineering is. And it's a bit hard for people who are not actually in that IT field to differentiate the clarity or differences or similarities between cloud and DevOps engineering. And some people are even of the opinion that one pays more than the other one. And I think what I'll do is I'll start by briefly describing the similarities and differences between cloud and DevOps engineering, and then I'll attend to the question itself. Now, a cloud engineer is basically someone who focuses on provisioning and supporting cloud infrastructure, either by using infrastructure as code tools like Terraform, Azure CLI, PowerShell, Bash, AWS CLI, whatever cloud tool you use it, or manually tinkering with the infrastructure itself in the cloud portal like Azure Portal, AWS Console, and if need be, most times they actually do these things through infrastructure as code scripts. But a DevOps engineer is someone who focuses mostly on automating the provisioning of infrastructure using repeatable templates and pipelines to achieve this purpose. So a cloud engineer focuses on managing infrastructure. A DevOps engineer focuses on automating provisioning of infrastructure and deployment of applications. Now, in some organizations, a DevOps engineer also does the job of a cloud engineer because of the intersect between these roles. And an organization really decides what the roles do. So they might call you a cloud engineer and you're doing DevOps engineering. They might call you a DevOps engineer and you're doing cloud and platform engineering. So they can call it anything they like. What matters most is you read through the lines of the job description to see if it is what you want to do. For example, I do a mix of both in my daily work. I do cloud, I do DevOps engineering, I even do platform engineering also, but my role is DevOps engineer. And that is fine because essentially the end goal is to be able to deliver value to end users, and that is what you want to do. So to answer the question now, both roles are rewarding in terms of fulfillment and even remuneration. So they both pay well, if that is what you're asking. And I think I'll buttress my answer with my personal experience because I do a mix of both. So I see a bit of both worlds from day to day. Now, depending on the business case I'm working on is what determines what I do from time to time. I might be doing cloud engineering today, writing a lot of infrastructure as code configuration, or today I might be working on pipelines. And this actually gives me more flexibility to be able to toggle between both roles and be flexible. And I can tell you for a fact that it pays well. I won't say cloud engineering pays more than DevOps or DevOps pays more than cloud engineering or platform engineering or software engineering. I'm not going to do that, to be honest. But what gives fulfillment is knowing that you're solving a business problem from day to day. As long as you find fulfillment in the job you're doing, as long as you find fulfillment in what you're doing, every other thing does not exactly matter. And I'm going to say that for a fact. Now, I know a lot of people do it for the money. That's totally fine with them also. That is their way of thinking. But for me, it's more of getting the happiness and joy from being able to help the business solve a need. They have a need to deploy an application in an automated manner. I do that either by writing infrastructure as code tools if it's a simple application, or writing complex pipelines to deploying major cloud infrastructure to Kubernetes clusters, managing the ingress controllers and all of that. It doesn't exactly matter if you're deploying an Hello World app, a to-do app, or a complex e-commerce system. It doesn't matter what you're doing. As long as you are happy doing it, as long as you are solving a business need, as long as you're providing value to the business based on the job you're doing, that is all that matters, at least in my opinion. And it's a matter of also what makes you tick. Is it the money? Is it the fulfillment? Is it the joy of actually solving problems from day to day? And it's all about what counts as an achievement for you. And now, speaking to the fact that you mentioned that you have zero skills, One thing is, I say this to everyone, and it's not because I want to bobo you. It's that everyone is welcome. If you're looking for a career path in DevOps, everyone is welcome. I'll link 2 of my videos where I actually answer the things you need to do if you're looking to start a career in DevOps with no IT or coding skills whatsoever. And I'll link to some of my past live streams where I actually walked through how you go from software development lifecycle to deploying and building applications using pipelines. So it goes from about video 1 to video 17 on how you can actually do this. Of course, there are a mix of things in between that, but it walks through those steps of things you need to actually do. Of course, it doesn't go through the scripting bit of it, but I'll attend to that in another video. And I hope that answered your question really, and I look forward to your comments to see if it answered the question. And if you have more questions, you can still ask them. And I look forward to seeing the wonderful things you do in cloud and DevOps land. And if you got more Dev, Cloud, and DevOps Ask Me Anything questions, feel free to send them in using the link showing on your screen right now, or scan the QR code on your screen right about now. I'll put also the links to ask the questions in the video description, and I'll try to also put the link to all the previous videos I've done in this series also in the video description, and I also put them also as a pinned comment so you actually do not miss those links. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, remember to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends that you think might enjoy this kind of videos. Remember to subscribe and also turn on notification so you do not miss any videos like this in the future. Until I come your way again with another video, stay safe and goodbye.